Hello, and welcome to So You Think You Can Rule Persia, the podcast where we rate and review all the rulers of Persia, from Diocles to Mohammad Reza Pahlavi. I am Sariel, and my pronouns are they, them.
And I'm Umberto, my pronouns are he, him. Hello everybody, and welcome to episode 106, Ibrahim ibn al-Walid, where we'll try to find out if Yazid's usurpation will have a positive outcome, with his brother taking over and shepherding it to a new highs, or if it's going to be the start of an age of destruction and despair, or if it's just going to be okay, actually, and the usurpation was the right choice.
Exciting.
Do you have any expectations, Cyril? Do you reckon things are back on the upswing, that the usurpation corrected things from al-Walid II? Or do you think we're just going to fall back into it, and breaking the line of succession was a bad choice?
Well, knowing how the last one went, which is, it seemed to go well, but the ruler just didn't live long enough to do anything.
Yeah, that was a bad time.
I don't know what to tell you anymore, you know? Like, what's done is done. We're gonna have to go from here. And I'm really worried that a civil war might break out, because I don't remember if the succession was super clear at the moment. So
it was kind of clear. The problem was that it wasn't following its own principles. So Yazid had gone by, the succession needs to be by a consultation. A council decides things.
Yeah.
But Yazid didn't live long enough for this council to be properly convened. So it was just like, for the time being, my brother can be in charge. Oh crap, I'm dying.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Yeah, that was bad. Because it was a good idea. Could have been nice.
Although, in theory, Yazid still had the principle of saying, if a better caliph shows up, then you should just step down.
Revolt. Yeah.
Not even revolt, but you should just step down and say, okay, now this is, you should be the first one to swear allegiance to the new caliph. Because, well, you should recognize the good
this should
of
be the
everyone,
good for the
as opposed to
empire,
your own pride.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, that would be ideal, you know, if leaders step down when they're like, actually, you're better suited.
Yeah.
Imagine what a world we would have.
But, so let's recap a bit of what happened in Yazid's reign. Last time, Yazid managed to overthrow the drunken party boy al-Walid II and make himself caliph. Yazid's main principle was the caliph can't do whatever he wants because he's been chosen by God. God chooses you, and what you do with that choice is your own business, it's your own free will. And if you choose to mess up, well, then you have to be put down.
Put down, I guess. I guess. Literally.
Basically.
Yeah, I really like this philosophy because it gives you, one, agency, and two, responsibility. Because if it's just like, right. God chose me, so whatever I do is fine, then you can do whatever, and it'll be terrible for everybody who has to live with you. Yeah,
exactly. It's the difference between, different principles that have free will or not. Like, certain religions say you are predestined. No matter what you do, you're going to heaven because you were chosen.
Yeah.
Other people are like, no, you actually have to work for it. And if you do good, then okay, you can go to heaven. Yeah. But if you don't, well, then you're not.
Yeah. Which is much nicer.
Yeah, exactly. But then Yazid took over the empire and tried to make some sorely needed reforms. He mostly supported the faction in the empire that wanted to stop expansions and wanted to extend rights to all Muslims equally as opposed to just Arabs. And he seemed to do some much needed reform. But then ultimately, unfortunately, he just died. Possibly due to the plague that was in Damascus when he entered the city and made himself caliph. Possibly just due to some congenital issues that he had. But whatever the case may be, he died too soon. And his brother Ibrahim was appointed as his heir to the throne. So we'll see what he does, if he's any good, if he gets to continue these good reforms, or if he's just going to send everything tumbling down.
Yeah, so he's his brother, right?
Yes, he's his brother.
Okay, let's see. I guess he trusted his brother enough to be like, in the meantime, you should rule, so let's see.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, one thing to know is that Yazid had sons of his own who were, we don't know exactly, but called them early 20s, late teens, and he said, no, we need somebody actually competent to be in charge right
for
now. I can't just do it for my dynasty.
I commend.
So Ibrahim was the half-brother of Yazid III, and also the son of al-Walid I, the caliph at the peak of the Golden Age, and a concubine named Suar. We're not sure really when he was born, but since he was a younger brother to Yazid, he must have been born between 701 and 715, making him between 29 and 43 when he became caliph. Another interesting thing here is that just like Yazid was the son of a concubine, Ibrahim is also the son of a concubine. So we are sort of jumping away from that previous principle that the Umayyads had, where you have to be the son of the caliph and the queen. Now it's fine if you're just the son of a caliph. That's okay. As long as you're good at your job and reasonable, that's fine.
Interesting.
At least that's what Yazid was aiming for. We don't really care about the condition of your birth as long as you are proper.
Yeah. Proper. Competent, I guess.
Yes. We hear next to nothing about Ibrahim's life before 744, so he shows up onto the scene when his brother Yazid usurps the caliphate and 3 days later nominates him as his heir. According to al-Tabari, Yazid's Qadarite supporters wanted Ibrahim in this position because he would be favorable to them. He was an adherent to this philosophy, which again, we've seen the caliph needs to be held accountable. We do have free will, and caliphs need to follow the rules as well. During his brother's caliphate, then Ibrahim was made governor of Jordan after Yazid had suppressed the revolt there. So he's getting some experience, didn't have too much, but it's enough to get a vibe. But a few short months later, unfortunately, Yazid died, and only one author claims that Ibrahim murdered his brother for power, while everyone else says that he died of natural causes. So, it seems unlikely that Ibrahim did this murder, because, again, it's only one source that is one of the later sources, and everyone else says, oh, Yazid just died of natural causes of some sort of disease.
Probably he did.
So in early October of 744, Ibrahim is made caliph and head of the largest country in the world. The problem is that another succession so quickly after usurpation is terrible for legitimacy.
Yeah. You haven't had time to establish what we're doing.
Exactly, because you could say, yes, Yazid took power and he did it because he had to take over from al-Walid. You can say that's reasonably legitimate.
Yeah.
It's a bit iffy because you've killed a caliph and everything, but broadly legitimate. But now, if you ask, why is Ibrahim in charge? It's like, because his brother said so, and his brother was a usurper. You know, it's not great. It's not really very helpful. And as mentioned, the Umayyad family is large. And there are many other potential candidates that could say, well, who cares what Yazid said? He said we should have a council, and we didn't have a council. So why is Ibrahim in charge? What's the deal here?
Yeah. Oof.
Yeah. So Ibrahim's caliphate was only recognized in southern Syria, with the rest of the caliphate either opposing him or just flipping back and forth. Everybody's keeping an ear out, seeing, okay, who is going to win this? Who's going to be in charge, 6 months from now? Because if it's Ibrahim, cool, we'll follow him. But if it's someone else, we have no loyalty to Ibrahim.
Yeah.
Al-Tabari tells us that 1 week he would be recognized as caliph, another week as emir, another week as neither caliph nor as an emir. And Al-Masudi quotes a poet saying, "We give a different oath of allegiance to Ibrahim every Friday."
Oh no.
So bad times.
Yeah.
But okay, so who is threatening Ibrahim's power? Who is threatening his legitimacy? Well, do you remember that under Yazid, a second cousin called Marwan had rebelled from Armenia, but he had been placated with a large governorship by Yazid.
Mm-hmm.
So Yazid managed to stop this invasion, say, you know what, it's fine, you can have more land, it's okay. But well, now Marwan has heard that Yazid is dead, and Ibrahim is in charge. So
it's my chance.
Does the deal still stand? Yeah, he can simply say, well, my deal was with the previous guy. I don't recognize you.
Yeah, as usual.
Of course. So he decides, let's start the rebellion back up. We can do this. However, he wasn't really claiming the caliphate for himself, only for the sons of al-Walid II, who had been wrongly killed by Yazid. So what Marwan is doing is he's saying, the whole usurpation was illegitimate. You're not meant to kill a caliph. The caliph is chosen by God. You're going against God's will. So I'm going to reinstate God's will by putting al-Walid II's sons in charge.
Okay.
So Marwan marched into Syria with the support of his new extended governorships and managed to defeat Ibrahim's army, even capturing 2 of Ibrahim's brothers. Marwan then greatly criticized Ibrahim's religious views in association with this Qadarite group, promising that he would kill them all as schismatics, because they're so heretical that they're going to just legalize rebellion to the caliphate. That's a dangerous ideology to have. They all need to go.
Right.
So what does Ibrahim do? Well, Ibrahim decides that, well, this is dangerous. He needs to hold Marwan back, or he is going to end poorly. So he sends his cousin, a son of Hisham, against the rebel, but again, he was defeated. But, Cyril, who was Marwan supporting, really? Who was his candidate for the caliphate?
I don't know. Who?
Well, for the time being, he was supporting the sons of al-Walid II.
Oh, yeah. It was like they were usurped, right?
Yes, that's right. And, well, they're imprisoned in Damascus.
Oh, okay.
So the leaders of Damascus have an idea to stop the rebellion.
Yeah.
Can you guess what it is?
We'll give you back the guys that you want, right? Because that's the whole point of this, right? This is...
Yes, your solution might have been more effective, Serial. Because...
Okay, then what did they decide to do?
The leaders of the city are saying, well, if you claim that these sons of al-Walid are actually the caliph, if we kill them...
Oh, no.
Then you have no rebellion to go about.
But we also have no caliph. What the
Ibrahim's
hell?
around, he's there. Yeah.
I truly thought my idea was like the logical... What is happening?
Yes, but the problem is that also the leaders of Damascus, not Ibrahim specifically, we're told that Ibrahim didn't know this, or at least supposedly didn't know this. The leaders of the city are saying that if the sons of al-Walid rise to the caliphate, they're going to take revenge on the people who killed their father.
Yeah.
And a lot of the leaders of Damascus are the ones who led the rebellion against al-Walid II.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah.
So they're saying, if we get rid of the kids,
I see it.
It will be okay.
I understand now.
And yeah, it looks like in general, Ibrahim wasn't especially involved in this decision and was more passive throughout his caliphate. And was just essentially just desperately trying to hold everything together because things were not going well. And well, what do you think Marwan does now that the kids he was proposing as caliph have been executed? Does he stop his rebellion? Does he change?
No, he'd probably be like,
theme?
well, I am also a worthy contender. Because that's what he wants. Like,
yes, that is exactly it. Because he says, well, if al-Walid's sons are all dead, I can't use them as puppets anymore. I suppose I will be caliph then.
Yep.
I suppose I'm the most legitimate man because, hey, I've not usurped anyone. I'm just here restoring the original line. And so it's basically two usurpations cancel each other out.
Yeah,
so
by
okay.
my own usurpation, I am restoring the
yes.
line that we definitely had before, that I'm not a part of, but don't think too much about it.
Yeah. Well, at this point, Marwan simply marches up to Damascus. The people of Damascus open their gates and surrender to Marwan II, who enters the capital in triumph on the 4th of December, 744.
What are we doing?
Well, what do you think happens to Ibrahim? Because there are several versions of the story. What do you reckon? What do you think?
I would assume he flees or is killed, but I'm happy to be proven wrong.
Those are a few of the options. So we have so many death versions, honestly. It's quite interesting here. I don't know why we have so many about... I mean, I know why. It's because the situation is chaotic. But, you know, it's surprising. Because in the quickest version, as soon as Marwan enters the city, he just kills Ibrahim. Done. Slightly longer version is al-Masudi, who says that Ibrahim escaped Damascus, that was then taken prisoner, then killed and his body crucified.
Oof.
In the main version, which is the most popular one, Marwan is kinder. So he decides to spare Ibrahim.
Because we don't want to paint him in too cruel of a light, clearly.
Yeah, that's right. And Ibrahim, following his principles as a Qadarite, is the first to swear allegiance to Marwan, saying, well, you're clearly better at this than I am, so I'll just swear to you and you'll be my lord and caliph now.
That would be so beautiful if that happened ever.
That'd be nice. In general, the fact that this is the most widely reported story suggests that Ibrahim had been not very active as a caliph and definitely not involved with the execution of al-Walid II's sons. So Marwan is probably going there and saying, listen, you weren't even a player.
Yeah.
I'll just let you retire and it will be okay.
Like, you weren't actively opposing me, you were just there.
Yeah, exactly. You were just unlucky that your brother made you caliph, but frankly, you didn't even try to succeed.
That's such a diss, actually.
Yes, exactly.
You're not important enough. It's fine.
Yeah, you're not even important enough to kill, so goodbye.
Good setup for a Claudio comeback.
Yes, we'll see about the comeback. Because
okay.
In the version of the story where Ibrahim survives the capture of Damascus...
Oh no. Are we gonna have 1 million impersonators?
Like not
with,
really, no.
Was it Seleucus who kept appearing?
There were a bunch of Seleucids that were just continued reappearing. Nero continued reappearing, for example. There were a bunch of people. Imposters are great.
Trust me. I am the one. I am he.
Yeah. And yeah, so if Marwan survived, he dies in 2 different versions. One case, he dies in the Battle of Zab in 750, 5 years after his abdication, where the battle is of extraordinary importance to the history of the Umayyad Caliphate, but you'll have to find out about it next time.
Okay, well, I guess.
Because we'll see. And in the last option, Ibrahim dies surrounded by his family at a very important feast.
Oh.
But again, we'll find out about the feast in 2 episodes' time.
Fine.
Because very significant feast. We'll see what happens.
It's not like I need to know, I guess.
No, you'll find out eventually. You'll find out soon. It's an exciting time. So, with the Third Fitna in full swing, with a couple of usurpations in the course of a year, Ibrahim is now, if not dead, at least overthrown.
Yeah.
So what do you think about this reign, Sarah? How do you think the Empire is going to fare?
Are we still not in like sort of a civil war situation? Because I don't think we've solved anything.
The question is, we have a new guy in charge, and he had enough power, he had enough of an army to take the throne, but is he going to be able to keep it?
Yeah, that's exactly. We don't have a great track record so far.
No, and civil wars are always very dangerous. So do you reckon Marwan is going to win, given his strength in getting the caliphate the first time? Or do you think that some other Umayyad is going to come, or some third mystery group is going to come over and take over?
Who is left?
Well, there's a bunch of cousins. There's at least 40 cousins in the Umayyad family.
And they all hate each other.
They all broadly hate each other, yes. And also, there's the general social tensions. So, Yazid tried to fix things, but if Marwan opposes Yazid's line, is he just going to reverse all the policies and go back to the old things? Yeah. We'll have to see.
Man, I am not excited. I mean, I am excited, but like I'm not excited because this is going to be
difficult times.
Yeah. I feel sorry for everybody living under this time.
Yeah. We'll see eventually. Things will improve eventually.
I mean, they have to,
they
otherwise
always go down, but
until they do, but then we wouldn't be having this podcast, so.
Yeah, we have a long enough view of history that things will eventually improve because, there's 1,000 years of history in the middle. So if everything was terrible for 1,000 years, that would be a bad scene. But hopefully, we'll see how that goes. Okay, so Sarah, are you ready to rate Ibrahim ibn al-Walid?
That was short.
Short-lived. Very short, yes.
I mean, basically, mostly talked about Marwan.
Yes, Marwan is the
So,
protagonist
yeah.
of this story, so we'll
So
see.
that says a lot about a ruler when you're like, yeah, but like this other guy that was actually doing this stuff.
Yeah. Our first category is final moments. How interesting was his death?
Actually, very interesting because we have like, what, 5 different ones? I don't know.
We have 4 different ones, but yeah, basically. So we have version 1. As soon as Marwan enters Damascus, Ibrahim is killed. Version 2. Ibrahim escapes Damascus, but then is captured and executed and crucified.
Oof.
Version 3. He dies in battle 5 years after his usurpation. Version 4. He is murdered at a feast a few years later.
Sometime in the future, yeah.
Yes. I like the fact that in 2 versions he dies at these 2 really important moments for the history of the Umayyad Caliphate. Which again, you don't know about yet,
Yeah.
but
is it, like, was he put there just because these moments will be important and so people were like, oh, and also this also happened then?
that is an option.
Right?
It might just be that this happened, because maybe people just lost track of him and said, well, a lot of Umayyads died in this circumstance,
Yeah.
so
probably he was also
one of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that will make this moment even more important and relevant.
Yeah, exactly. So, I don't know. I like the multiple deaths around. I like the significance of the later 2. The fact that we're not really sure which it is sort of shoots me down a little bit.
Yeah.
But I'm broadly thinking like a 3. So like 1 for each of the significant deaths and 1 for the number of deaths.
Yeah.
And that's the vibe.
Yeah, I think, like, I wish we could go higher because some are very good stories. But since we don't really know if they happened.
I mean, to be fair, we don't know if anything happened, really.
Well, history is a sham, and we don't know any of the things that ever happened. Except, we can have a pretty good idea. I think historians might disagree with you.
No, it's fair enough.
We have receipts.
Basically, yeah, we have receipts, but we don't have Ibrahim's skull.
Yeah, well,
somewhere.
It's been a while.
Yeah, exactly. It's been 1,300 years. It's fair enough.
Things will deteriorate.
And again, things will happen. We'll see. Because we've been hinting at things to happen, like Hisham's burial is eventually messed up.
So
we'll see. So yes, I'm going to go with a 3 because of the significance, but basically, he's not the significant person. He has a cameo in these events, essentially.
True, yeah.
He's not the central figure.
I feel that too.
It's not, again, like the murder of Caesar. It's just like, oh, there was a battle, and yep, among the many people who died, he was one of them.
Yeah.
And it was an important battle.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm sticking with a 3. What are you going for?
Yeah, I think I'm matching you with a 3. I don't...
Very nice. So, with a 3 and a 3, he gets a 3 out of 10 for final moments. Our next category is battle hardness. How good was he at war and fighting? I mean, he loses every battle he tries to fight.
He fights some, so like, that's something.
Yeah, basically, he sends 2 armies against Marwan, and both times Marwan just defeats them.
Yeah.
Also, in the one circumstance we hear of him fighting in battle, that's the battle in which he dies.
Oof. Not a great record, no.
So it's not great. Is there anything that we can give him? I can't think of anything to give him.
He participated, so like that's more than some other people.
Do you want to give him 1 participation point because, well, he was in a battle.
He was there, yes.
And he was there, yes.
Because we have had people just not show up at all. Or not do...
like al-Walid II, for example.
Not do war. Which, hey, not doing war is sometimes a good thing if you manage to have a very calm period. I am a big fan.
Definitely. That's it's a good thing to have. But
when there is war happening,
Yeah. Okay, so... You know what? I'm going to go for a token point. Are you going for a token point as well, just because he showed up? Okay. So, with a 1 and a 1, he gets a 2 out of 20 for battle hardness. Our next category is scheminess. How good was he at plots and manipulations?
Not at all?
Yeah. He was there.
He was there and didn't do any of the things.
Was present. Yeah.
0.
I can't think of anything. Yep, that's going to be just a chill 0. So, with a 0 and a 0, he gets a 0 out of 20 for scheminess. Our next category is shock factor. How shocking was this man? I would say the one thing you can put is in, again, the main version of the story, he steps down as caliph and he swears allegiance to Marwan in accordance to his principles. Now, was this because he recognized Marwan was a better caliph than him?
Or because
was this because Marwan had an army?
Yeah.
Yes. So, you know, it's not ideal. Yeah, I don't know if you want to give him a token point because, yes, he did follow his ideals, and yes, he was part of a slightly heterodox religious sect. Maybe that's something.
That's one way to put it.
Yeah.
Meh. You know.
I don't see it. Basically, if Yazid had done that, I would have believed him.
Yes, because that was his whole thing. Yeah.
Exactly. Since it was Ibrahim, I think he was just like, because he tried to fight Marwan several times, and since he just failed at every step, he was eventually just surrendered.
Yeah.
One thing, actually, that's shock factor. He didn't give the order, but it was done in his name that the sons of al-Walid II were executed to try and stop Marwan. Do you want to give him a point because, well, he didn't stop it?
There was also no consequences of someone doing that despite him not giving the order, which makes me think he was okay with it. Maybe? Like, I don't, you know.
He was either okay with it or just
there was no outrage about,
to do anything.
Yeah. Or things were happening around him.
Yeah, because in the case where he's spared by Marwan, he must have been so uninvolved with the murder that Marwan said, it's not fine, you're not worth killing even for revenge.
Yeah. Woof.
So, yeah, honestly, I'm going to go with Marwan on this one and just say there's no shock factor here.
Nope.
Like, maybe half a point, but we don't do that, so you're sticking with a 0 as well?
Yeah. I mean, we would do half a point if I gave a 1, but I do not see a reason.
You can give it a 1 if you want to balance it out.
I do not see a reason to give a 1.
Fair.
Do not put words in my mouth.
Yes. So with a 0 and a 0, he gets a 0 out of 20 for shock factor. Our next category is Aaron Shine. How good was he for the Empire in general and Iran in particular? I mean, again, he barely had an effect. He was made caliph, was defeated in battle twice, and then just lost the caliphate.
Yeah.
He was also just with the we give a different oath of allegiance to Ibrahim every Friday.
Yeah.
You know, he was barely recognized outside of Syria. I've decided to count him just because there wasn't anybody more recognized than him.
I mean, they did it every Friday. You had to, like...
Exactly, so it was fine. So I think...
Aaron Shine... At least an attempt was made. Not successful, but
tried, yeah. But I can't think of any reason to not give him a 0 because... he just simply loses the caliphate. He doesn't put up much of a fight. And he doesn't do any reforms. He doesn't do any rulership. So
goodbye.
0?
Yeah.
Okay. So with a 0 to 0, he gets a 0 of 20 for Aaron Shine. Our next category is Face of Faces. What do you think this man looked like? And we do not have a description. You may be shocked to hear.
Yeah.
But
I did not expect one.
Give it a vibe.
I guess I will.
Okay, so Sarah has finished their drawing. Let me pick it up and I'll describe it to you all. Yes, fair.
He's a bit concerned, you know.
Seems a bit concerned, yeah. So what we can see here is Ibrahim looking a bit like his brother Yazid. You can see the family resemblance. He has a bushy-ish beard. He is just looking off, seems a bit concerned, mostly because he has a lovely white turban, but it's slowly unraveling and covering his eyes, where you can just barely see an eye peeking through, where he's just half being able to see that everything is going to hell, but, well, I guess he can't handle anything better, so good luck to Ibrahim.
Yeah, you know, I figured that since he didn't seem extremely involved in any of his decisions.
Yeah, that's fair. So, yeah, thank you very much, Sarah, for that lovely drawing. If any of you would like to see this, you can go on the Discord if you're a patron, in our episode notes down below, or on our website on Sarah's Portrait Gallery. Now, Sarah, what do you think this man actually looked like?
Well, I don't know, probably like what I drew, because I have no reference.
Which is fair enough, but we have no reference because there are no coins, no nothing. it's just a 0. Yeah, so with a 0 and a 0, he gets a 0 to 5 for Face of Faces. Our next category is lengthiness. For how long do you think this man reigned?
6 months.
Less than that, actually. He didn't really reign for very long. He reigned from October of 744 to December of 744 for a total of 2 months.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Yeah,
which is great. Divide that by 10 years, and we get a lengthiness of 0.0167 points out of 5.
Haha.
Because he didn't really last very long, and it felt like it.
And it felt like it.
Which brings us to the final score, which is a grand total of 5.02 out of 100.
Yeah.
Making him by far the worst person we covered in Season 2. And compared to Season 1, he reaches the heights of Shapur IV, who had nothing to rule, and Alexander IV, who was a baby who was eventually murdered.
I mean,
so that tracks.
I don't think he was a bad ruler. It's just, he was immediately
He just didn't have a handle on anything, yeah.
His brother had some ideas, and then he just sort of was there.
Yeah, he got stuck with the implementation when Yazid just died.
And I guess maybe it would have been more interesting if Yazid had named one of his children. But that went against what he wanted to do. And it would have been more chaotic. And probably would have ended kind of the same, Because we have Marwan trying to get to the throne.
Yeah, and also, Yazid's children would have been late teens, early 20s. Yeah, so I don't think they're going to do a better job.
No.
Unless you have a once-in-a-lifetime genius, where it's Antiochus the Great.
Antiochus the Great, sort of.
You're a child, but you pick everything up and bring a new golden age. I think Yazid's was such a bad starting situation that I don't know if he could have named anyone that would have succeeded. So I don't think it's Ibrahim's fault, but he didn't do great.
Yeah.
Which leads us to the final question where I think we have the answer, which is to say, is he short-lived enough? Is he out of control enough? Is he dying mysteriously enough at the end to be a Shahanshah, or is he just a Shahanah?
No, I'm kidding.
No, there's not much there. Nobody remembers Ibrahim ibn al-Walid. He was barely a caliph at all.
You barely considered including him, actually, so...
Yeah, exactly. I had to seriously think, does he count or not? And I was like, I guess technically sure, but... So sorry, Ibrahim, you're going to head off into the desert, meet your half-brother Yazid, and you can talk about how if Yazid had lived longer, maybe this would have worked out, but with the situation being...
Can you imagine Yazid dies and is just waiting there at Purgatory and immediately his brother shows up? And he's like, what the...
Wait, what?
I thought Oh, God, okay.
I've been gone 10 minutes and everything has gone to hell already? Okay, fine, I suppose. Ugh. But thank you all. We hope you enjoyed our episode on Ibrahim ibn al-Walid, and we hope you'll join us next time for Marwan II. Serial, what vibe do you get off Marwan? Do you think it's going to go well or badly?
I mean,
Seeing how his reign started.
He really wanted this, so...
Yep, he definitely did.
He better make the most out of it, but we'll see.
Yeah.
Everything is very unstable, so...
Definitely. So join us next week for Marwan II, and we'll find out, was it all worth it, or is this just making everything worse? Yeah. We'll have to find out.
I don't have high hopes, but we'll see.
In the meantime, if you'd like to support us, there are many ways to do so. You can join us on our Patreon, for example, where you get access to a bunch of extra episodes that we've been covering. So we just finished an episode on highlights of the Tang Dynasty. We are going to start up a series on the scholars of Khosrow Anushirvan, Khosrow I, which is going to be interesting in more of the cultural side of that history. And we have a bunch of old extra episodes such as Pompey the Great, Ashoka Maurya, Mithridates the Great of Pontus.
We've covered some interesting people for sure.
Dionysus in India. There's a
Yes.
lot of exciting things that we can look into. Also, we have a merch store. where you can buy t-shirts, posters, mugs, and such with Serial's lovely art on them, so we can just have a general view of what's going on. If instead you'd rather not support us monetarily, that's fine, but we'd appreciate if you could give us a review on your podcast app of choice, letting other people know that we exist and spreading the news so that more people will find out what the big climactic thing that's coming up soon is. Is it Mod 1? Is it someone else? We'll find out soon.
Oh boy.
And yeah, that's all we have for you today. We hope you have a lovely week, and we'll see you next time. Goodbye.
Bye.